saints go marching in, oh, when the saints go marching in.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New Orleans Saints.
Harrison Davis to kick off.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Well, makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Get it! Say, hey! Be ready! Go!
A first carry for Rashad White. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Palmer. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. The Saints at 7-3 now on the year, and they've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 now on the year.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They run straight ahead here with White. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Here we go.
Back to throw here. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Still going inside the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
7, Saints nothing. Harrison Davis to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
65 catch.
2nd and 11. Now he's going to step up and run. That's caught down the field by Palmer. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. And it was the visiting Saints who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in New Orleans. Now a 2nd and 10.
79 Broncos. 18 Cardinal. 18.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. Blake Groupie now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Blake Groupie to kick off for the Saints.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Looking to put a drive together. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. Oh, what a move. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Saints 7. Harrison Mevis to kick off.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Set.
They'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass. So 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Matt Ariza
on 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Penix.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Second and 10. Looking to throw, Penix.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This defense for the Saints, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
And looking to throw, Penix. Ball caught by his rookie wideout.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Now Penix.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
They'll throw with Penix.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
The 23-yard line.
Ready. Nice. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Third down and 7.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
They're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
70 Timberwolves. 19 tight. 19 tight.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Ariza is on to punt here as he gets this one away.
This is taken at the 23. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
To the air, Penix.
Over the middle, complete. It's Weiss. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On third down, Penix from the gun.
Looking deep downfield. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. 59 yards. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7.
21, Saints 7. Harrison Mevis to kick off.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Oh, nice move. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On the set.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Tag. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
He'll look to throw.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Go.
Back to throw now on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Jesse Bates on the cover.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
They'll try the right side here with White.
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Riggs. Cowboy 80. Ready.
They'll set up the throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Matt Ariza now on to punt this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Slot man moves right.
And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Panther 11. 18 caught.
Looking to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And this offense on third down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Panthers 60, Panthers, come 19, come 19.
They're going to look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And they're going to be backed up to start. A big hit there on the return. Stops him dead in his tracks.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Penix working out of the gun here. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given what we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Back to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Here we go, strike. Cougar 19, 19 tight.
They'll drop to throw. to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
70 range, 70 range, Bronco 80. Warrior 70. 65 cat, 65 cat. Mustang 19.
Back to throw again. Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Okay, ready?
So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more?
60, 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Trey Palmer, as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. The point after, good by Groupie. And it's now 21-17.
Saints 17. Blake Groupie to kick off for the Saints.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Sets up the screen to Robinson.
He's got room past the 30. Down the left sideline. How about this? Racing to the end zone.
And he's in for the touchdown. The final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Saints 17.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think that...
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 65 yards.
And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Panther 60.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That's caught down the field by Palmer.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Trey Palmer with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit.
We were just saying off-air during halftime, could they mount a comeback, and how would it start? Well, it started in a hurry.
Yeah, they have to get back into the game, right? So if you're going to do that, you think to yourself, we need points right here on the opening drive. But even in their best game plan, did they expect it to be a one-play drive and put the points on the board? Probably not.
No, probably not, but they got it in a big way. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now back to throw. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead to try here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
42, Saints 25. Harrison Beavis to kick off.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 11.
Here we go. Here we go.
He'll look to throw.
There's Chris Olave.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That's his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
That's another Saints first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Clark Phillips has got it.
And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts.
And out of bounds right around the 20. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
In motion, the tight end.
Looking to throw, Penix.
And it'll be intercepted.
And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Let's go now. Bronco, 19 Lions.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
79, trap 60, trap 60. 79 Broncos. Go.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He finds Rivera. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. A good pickup there on 20 yards.
Ready. Cup 60 Eagles, 60.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's White. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
19 tight, 70 Timberwolves.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Come on, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete.
And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Panther 60. Panther 60. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Back to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a 3rd interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
To the air, Penix. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Here we go. Set. Viking 18. Buffalo 18.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He'll look to throw.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A 5-yard touchdown catch.
And the Saints are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Groupie for the extra point.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Blake Groupie to kick off for the Saints.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I would be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
And looking to throw, Penix.
He finds his man, complete. That's Weiss. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Go!
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. This one into the hands of Pitts. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts.
64 yards.
And the Falcons are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Saints 32. Harrison Mevis to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace where the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Ready, ready? Stop cooking, 19.
They'll set up to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Clark Phillips has got it. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Now Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
And the slot man goes in motion left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on third down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on third down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for the Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And now here's another interception. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Check out.
And they take a knee.